What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to our channel. You're on Let's Talk with
Sheila
and Jordan J. Let's go ahead and get started. Intro. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us again. As you know, last night we just did Love is Blind, our part one of the review. The reunion is coming on tomorrow.
So Friday.
Tomorrow is Friday.
Oh,
See, a long work week. A long work
I
week.
did have a long week.
I'm sure you did. I'm sure you did, sweetheart. So tomorrow's a reunion. So of course we have to just wrap this up of what we thought about the season, our final moments, the best moments that we enjoyed, kind of the bad moments, the drama. Let's just finish getting into it because the second part, it was definitely peak drama in it. We kind of got to see like how these couples were after they finally made it official, who everyone was going home with. So let's go ahead and let me share my screen.
Let's get it started.
We are starting. All right. Ooh. We are here with Kyle and Shayna. Now, Kyle proposed to Shayna, and obviously Shayna and Shane had a history, and she kind of likes him a lot more than what she liked with Kyle. Her relationship with Shane was stronger than Kyle's relationship.
Exactly, it was.
So after she said yes to his proposal, she actually went back to Shane to confess her love and how she felt about him. I know, and I'm just watching this like, this is going to be so embarrassing to play back and see your fiance go back after saying yes to you to her ex, or not her ex, but somebody she had a relationship with in the pod, just for him to reject her, and now she's coming back to you. Like,
but then I don't think Shayna really liked him. No. When she first saw him, I don't think she had a real connection with him. And then also with the religion, that was another thing. So I just don't think Shayna was ever feeling him. I really think Shayna just wanted to stay on the show.
She did. I think she didn't want to go home with a pie in her face.
Yeah,
so
I think so too.
With
because really, to be honest, it should have been off when she heard that he's an atheist and she's very religious.
I agree.
To me,
I agree.
That should have been like something to say this is not going to work.
Yeah, because how you going to bring him home to your family too? I'm sure they're a Christian.
Yeah, maybe so. I mean, yeah. So we're gonna see what happened. Well, we did see, right?
We did see. She ended it, and I just have to show you this clip here because this is basically, this image here sums up their entire relationship and how awkward it was. Like him being all over her, and her kind of like
looking cringe for like she didn't even want to give him a kiss, like.
Yeah, and he didn't catch any of that. Like he was kind of, just everything went over his head, and I was just like, "Are you?"
Sweet, he was a nice guy.
Sweet.
He really liked
nice.
her.
I was like, "You can't
he really
see
thought he was gonna make her fall in love with him." No, he really
and that's
thought
the problem.
So. And then he was also, his confidence wasn't that high about his own physical features. Like I guess he just really thought that I don't know, maybe he didn't think he was handsome enough for what. I'm not really sure. But he really wasn't confident with himself.
No, he definitely.
So he was, trying. He was trying to make her grow on him. And Shayna wasn't interested in him from the beginning. Unfortunately. And it's nothing wrong with you, Kyle. So I don't want you to think it was anything wrong with you. It's just that it wasn't like, love wasn't really blind when it came to you and Shayna.
I think Shayna needs someone who's just a little bit goofier, not as serious. Like that's why she fell for Shane. Like you can see Shane and Kyle are two totally different people.
Completely different. Yeah.
So Shane is kind of that outgoing social butterfly who plays like the field back and forth. I mean, you saw that interaction
real silly
after he asked Natalie to be his girlfriend, and then went back and was kind of like, "You're so freaking hot, Shayna. Like, what's the problem? Like, you just asked someone else to be your girlfriend. Now you in here like macking. Like, what are you doing? Like,
so cute.
I don't know. Like, clearly that's her type of guy, and you're not really missing nothing if that's the man she's interested in. In my opinion, you dodged the bullet. So they didn't make it. They didn't make it at all. I hope they come to the reunion because we didn't even see them in Cancun.
No, they weren't in Cancun.
They didn't even show up to that. So I don't know.
Well, I think he came or something and Shayna did. He was sad. So I guess he probably went home.
I want to hear you tell your story, Kyle.
Yeah. So hopefully, he's gonna come forward and share with him how he feel and what really went down.
Yeah, because Shayna definitely.
Because Shayna right now, even Shayna, I've been seeing her in interviews. She's all over the place interviewing. So Shayna making sure she get her 15 minutes of her fame. I ain't mad at you, Shayna. Get your 15 minutes, girl. Get your 15 minutes.
Well, let's go ahead and we move on to the next couple that made it successfully through the first half. And that is Shane and Natalie.
Shane and Natalie, yay.
Yes. So Shane ended up proposing to Natalie because he just felt like she was the one that was more open and vulnerable with her feelings and showed him that she cared about him. Although I thought Shayna cared. Like I thought Shayna.
No, Shayna did care. I just think he said for 2 days they went without talking, and in those 2 days he started connecting that seriously with Natalie. I was like, 2 days,
and that's all it took.
Like, it took 2 days for me to be out your head. I bet Shayna was like, "Dog, I thought we had a connection."
Right,
all that. Shayna,
right? All that.
In 2 days, it was done.
What do you want me to do?
I know he had moved on. You know, this is a process. You know what I'm saying? For 2 days we didn't talk, so now I'm into Natalie. Yeah. So you can't. You know, that's Shane.
That is definitely Shane. Shane is definitely the goofball of the whole relationship. But I kind of want to move further into the relationship where he kind of seemed very needy. Like he's a needy person.
Yeah, he
is. He needs a lot of reassurance.
He does. And that's one of the things he feel like he's not getting from Natalie. She doesn't tell him like, thank you for doing all the nice things for me. Oh, you look so nice in that outfit. Oh, Shane, where are you going? I like your hair. So he really needs constant reassurance. And it don't look like Natalie is that person that's going to constantly reassure him. So he's having a problem.
He's having a big issue. Almost, but I mean, when someone's begging you, it's definitely a meltdown. Like his big old bulging eyes is just like, why aren't you like saying that you feel this way? Like,
so clearly he's used to it, right? He's used to girls, female being all over him. Or not? What do you think?
I think not. This is why he's on the show, right? He can't find love. I think this is This is the issue.
So
Shane, you're too damn needy. Like,
what you said? All the people on this show, you know what I'm saying? Shane, they can't. It's something wrong. You know, they can't find love outside, so they came on this show.
Yeah, I'm starting to see like flaws in everybody. like little things here and there. It's kind of like, yeah, I can see why someone would have an issue with that. And Shane, like. I don't know how genuine you are, or if you're just looking for a pat on the back in your relationships. Like, is that why you get into relationships? Because you're looking for someone to thank you every 5 seconds for doing a minuscule task?
So is that why relationships are not working with?
Yeah, because like you really expect someone to thank you every 5 seconds. Like that's not okay. And when you're asking someone, it feels so forced. You're kind of like, you stumble a little bit, like. What do you want me to thank you for? Right. Like, can you write it down? Like, because I can't.
But I guess we're gonna have to see what happens with him and Natalie. We're gonna have to
see. Yeah, we definitely will see what happens at the reunion, because we know at the wedding
they had a big argument the night before their actual wedding. So I think that got really nasty. So you know what I'm saying? So the next day, I guess they're gonna, the next day she comes with her wedding dress, and he comes and he gets out of the car and he looks like he's, not, fully aware of his surroundings. He looked really rough and stuff. So
he had a long bachelor
well, he had a long night. I think didn't they have a big argument that night before?
They did. Yeah. I think because she said, was he drinking too much? I think that was the issue. Maybe he had a little too intoxicated.
And then he said some stuff. I guess that was just
unforgivable.
Her feelings. Yeah.
Well, in my opinion, it's unforgivable. I mean, the night before your wedding,
so what did he say?
You tell me that you hate me, and I was the worst thing to ever happen to you. Mind you, guys, it's only been like 3 weeks now. Is this the 3rd or 4th?
Well, I think if they're getting married, it's been 6 weeks. Okay, so 2 weeks in the pod, and then 4 weeks later, they were going to get married. So a total of 6 weeks. Okay. So it's a total of a 6 weeks process from start to finish. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. So I guess the night before their actual marriage, things didn't go so well.
Not at all. Not at all. You tell someone that. But my thing, he came to the altar and was very shocked that Natalie did not want to marry him.
Right.
As if yesterday did not happen. I didn't know it happened until Natalie brought it out. I was like, oh, then she said no. I was so sure she was going to say yes. Like, I was positive she was going to say yes to Shane.
I thought she was going to say yes.
I don't know. In a way, she kind of has her own neediness, where I feel like she just wants a companion. I don't know.
Well, that's why she's on the show. She wants a companion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if that's needy or not.
What you know, anything that's given.
Well, that's true. I do completely agree. And I think that's probably why she said no to getting married.
Yeah.
Because she wasn't going to take. Go ahead.
No, so when she brought up the whole him hating her and, you know, wishing her bad or saying he, you know, was the worst thing that ever happened to him, I think what he was trying to say was, I meant every word on the altar, because he got his words out and then she was able to speak and then she said no. So he was able to say what he read his vows. Right. She misunderstood it and thought he was talking about last night because he was so like confident. Well, I meant everything I said. So you meant you hate me? Like she was like, you meant you hate me? That was on her mind. Like she was like,
but he did say he didn't want to go there.
Well, we gotta go there. Like we gotta discuss.
Well, I know, but he didn't want to go there.
Shane. So Shane's still pissed. Natalie was very nice. I thought she was nicer than she had to have been, but she even said, like, maybe we can work this out down the line. Like, maybe this is something we can revisit and just try to rekindle. Right. And Shane was not having it. Like, no, he wasn't. Shane was not having it.
He had like she had broken his heart.
And like that's just did him dirty. How dare you? Like, I have my friends and family.
Yeah, and I was just had fallen madly in love with you.
Right. And so 6 weeks.
He was definitely hurt. That's for sure.
I think it was ego that was hurt more so than his actual heart. But he said no way, no how, Natalie. So can't wait to see you guys at the reunion because
we're looking forward to
address that. We need to address that, Shane. We got some questions. Okay.
Yeah, so we want to know.
Yes.
What's going on?
All right, so let's go ahead on to the next couple that made it out. Jared and Ayanna. Let's talk about their timeline. So obviously it was kind of rough because Jared is feeling Mallory, was feeling her the most. Even went as far as to propose. And
yes, he did.
Yeah, she said no. It was a no-go for her. Sorry, buddy. Ayanna still accepted his proposal.
Yes, she did.
Even though she was very reluctant and had second.
Because she was second. You know, she was playing second. She knew he really proposed to Mallory. Mm-hmm. So she felt some type of way, and she should. Mm-hmm. But she loves Jared, so she said yes.
She does. And we got to see their relationship in the Cancun and, you know, when they visited the parents. It seems that their connection is growing, but sometimes it still seems a little bit forced on Jared's side. Like when he was with her foster parents and they were kind of asking him, like, what do you think? Like, what draws you to our daughter? And he was like, well, she's very resilient. Like that was like the main, the main word.
I mean, I don't think they've really gotten to know each other enough to, you know, but he should be able to say what it is about her that he fell in love with.
Not
he
just
should be able to say that.
Strong black woman. I ain't never gonna leave me.
Hey, Jared thought he got points for that, but no, Jared, no points for that.
You just learned a new definition. I understand, but just because you are resilient, like she's strong. That's great. She's overcome a lot, but
exactly. She's had a lot of trauma in her life, and she's overcome.
You like that?
You know, anything else about her she likes? She's a wonderful and a beautiful person.
Yeah,
you don't see that,
caring,
Jared,
and she'll probably, you know, go through things with you and help you out of your situation.
She's always gonna be there, so she's dedicated and she's loyal. Mm-hmm. Is that something you see in her, Jared?
Just a little bit more than
because I see that in Ayanna just from the show.
Yeah, you see a lot of her personality. Yeah. I don't know if he was nervous or
maybe.
He just
he maybe had been nervous.
I don't know. Jared, I'm keeping an eye out on you because that whole Mallory situation, I'm still not happy about. And I know Ayanna said yes, and she's your fiance, but I gotta watch out for you. So let's fast forward. They did end up walking down the aisle.
Ooh.
And it was kind of like an intense moment because we didn't know if she was gonna say yes or not. He said yes.
Yeah,
so Jared did say yes. Did you think she was gonna say yes? What do you think her answer was gonna be?
Oh, I know. I thought the whole time she's gonna say yes. Yeah, she just seemed to be truly in love with him.
I wonder what it is about him.
And it may not all be him. Maybe she just want to feel love. She want to be loved, and maybe he's showing her that. So no, I know she has her. She's reluctant. He has some issues that he needs to resolve, because one thing about Jared, he likes to go out. He's kind of like a party guy. He's the life of the party. And she seems to be a lot different. So I think they have some things that they're going to have to adjust to. And I think she's tried to speak to him and let him know what he needs to step up and do. But at the end of the day, Ayanna is very in love with Jared. So I thought she was going to marry him. Yeah, I did. I really did.
Well, you were
right. It was great. It was great to see his father, conducting the ceremony for them and stuff. So that was really nice to see, And the speeches that they made to one another, his father, like he got a little tear in his eyes. He got choked up. So I thought it was a beautiful wedding. I really did.
Yeah, his dad really likes Ayanna.
Yeah, his whole family.
When she visited his family.
Yeah, like, the mother, his sisters, everybody likes Ayanna.
Yeah, they were very welcoming.
So they thought he did well. And he thought he picked somebody really sweet and somebody who truly cares about him.
Right. And
so hopefully I'm hoping that it works. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking forward to seeing them on the reunion.
Yeah, we're gonna see tomorrow. Yeah. So let's go on. Let's see. Mallory and Salvador. So remember when I said there was a little rocky beginning for Jared Ayanna? Well, same with Salvador and Mallory.
Right.
Because Mallory is battling between two choices.
Exactly.
She chose Sal, and it's a good choice.
Yeah, great choice.
Yeah, great
if
choice.
That's who you want to be with.
Right. But I don't know, when she came out and was finally introduced to him,
she wasn't attracted to him.
Not attracted to him. And Salvador is a good-looking man, so I don't understand what is her type.
I think he's a little soft. He's a little bit on the softer side. And I think she likes kind of like that rugged kind of man. Rugged, athletic, and also man's man. And also somebody who's energetic. You know what I'm saying? Like hyper, like hype. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Sal is completely different.
Yeah, but I feel like she knew that he was a little different in the pods. Like, you knew he was more soft-spoken. He was singing to you in there. Like,
maybe that's because she wanted something different than what she's used to.
Yeah. When she got it, I don't know if she really wanted it, because it was a little awkward. And unfortunately, Salvador felt out too.
Yeah,
like he noticed that awkwardness. Bad. And then what was it? The when they all got together and they met in
Cancun.
In Cancun, when they all met, and she and Jared were kind of off to the side for a good minute talking. She didn't seem to kind of stick up for Salvador in that conversation with Jared, because he was kind of going in like, oh, I like your ring, being sarcastic. It's not gold, and I would have gotten you that, and he didn't ask it. I don't know. Jared was over there selling himself.
He was. Jared was feeling some type of way.
Selling himself.
He sure was.
I would have done that, but she didn't choose you. So why are you begging? Like, I don't know. It was just me, but yeah, she was kind of like, I'm a guys, sports type, so it's different with him.
I know it.
And I was like,
I know, you could tell she was feeling some type of way about Salvador, but at the same time, Salvador was sitting there watching, so the whole time you could see he was hurt. Not only was he hurt, he even went on later to say that he was ready to go home. It's obvious that Mallory didn't like him. She doesn't care for him. She doesn't like him. So he was really hurt. So he was ready to go home at that point. But I guess production must have talked to him. And I don't know if he apologized, she apologized. But at some point, they moved on.
They did move on.
They did move on.
And they
stayed together.
Yeah, they stayed together. They met the families. Her sister was a little bit intense. Like it was like an interview from hell. Like honestly, the way she was trying to grill him about what he has to offer and bring to the table. And are you playing my sister? And it's like, no, your sister's playing the games. Like your sister is the one that's not really in it. Like I'm in it, but I don't know how she feels.
She wasn't really into it.
No.
You're right.
No, she wasn't. And then she got upset, I think, because Sal's ex-girlfriend or ex-fling kind of came to the house on some, fatal attraction type of stuff. And she was upset with him.
Right.
And I don't know, she was kind of using like as an excuse, like if he messes up one more time, that's it. And it's like, well, he didn't do that.
Right.
Like,
and he didn't know it was unexpected. Right. Yeah. He didn't know she was coming over.
You was waiting. You was waiting on something to happen so you could try to jump ship or be like,
and then at the same time, she's trying to jump ship and don't realize he's trying to, he's watching her. Yeah. He's observing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And as he should, because he's gonna spend the rest of his life with her. You all got that kind of issue.
Yeah, and it's still within 6 weeks. Right. Like it's not like I feel like everyone kind of came out the house and definitely had their issues.
Yeah,
lots.
Without a doubt, trying to get to know each other and stuff. Without a doubt, but some issues just wasn't compatibility.
Sabotage.
It just wasn't compatibility. They weren't compatible. You know what I'm saying? They should let it go.
Yeah, let it go. Sal should have let it go. Yeah, but he could not let it go, and he actually brought up, I think the conversation she was having with Jared. I think she said something about we don't actually have to get married. Like he was hurt. I think that's why he cried. But
he done cried a couple of times because she just been he's sensitive and she's just breaking his heart.
Yeah, she just tell him, man, you don't want him. Like don't be stringing him along. Right. Yeah, don't string him along. Full good and well. This ain't right. Like this ain't working. Yeah, this ain't gonna be it.
Right.
So they did end up going down to the aisle. Mallory said yes. Did you think she would say yes?
Not really.
Not really. No, she didn't seem like she wanted to say yes. I thought she'd finally, be courageous. But she wasn't. She was like, yeah, let's go along with it. Maybe she did have some love for Sal. Maybe she really did like him in her own way. It just did not come off right. She really liked him. It seemed a little bit more disrespectful. Sal, as you said, is an observer. He was noticing all that was going on, and he chose himself.
He did.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
You chose yourself.
You definitely chose yourself.
And you cut it. Right? He was like, You cut that right there. I cannot. Again, he's so emotional. He was just crying on the altar. He thought he was so hurt. And Mallory, she was consoling him. So I thought that was sweet.
That was sweet. Yeah, that was sweet.
It's okay.
It's okay. You have to choose yourself, Kyle. Yeah. Kyle. I'm sorry, Sal. You have to choose yourself, Salvador.
Exactly. And he did that.
And he did that.
So I think Mallory mentioned, though, them maybe trying again later on down the line or just dating in the meantime to see if it leads to anything. So we'll see if anything comes out of that. See. Yeah. We'll see. I would like to know what it is she just loves about Salvador.
Right. Well, he's a gentle soul.
Sweet, yeah, he's gentle soul, but that doesn't, that's not the only thing you can like.
Well, that's true. I mean, you got to think about it. You got to get to know each other. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing that
love
really happened.
Is love blind?
I mean, I don't know. Is love blind? Is it? People, can you all comment? Let us know. Is love really blind?
Yes. Let's go on to the next couple.
All right.
Who we got next? Oh, I think this is your favorite.
Well, kind of,
sort of, not really.
Yeah, deep and shake.
Their relationship.
So their relationship has been a rocky relationship over the 6 weeks,
for sure, and it was definitely coming from one side of that relationship.
Exactly. Unfortunately,
he was just not happy, not satisfied
with nothing from the beginning.
Yeah. even though they had a great bond, clearly, and they got along, he calls her best friend. They like to do things together, hang out, but unfortunately, sex does play a role, and it played a role the entire time because for some odd reason, Shake was just not attracted to Deep T.
Right.
I think she's gorgeous. And I'm like, what is wrong with these people not attracted physically to these individuals?
I know, and she's so cute in her personality. Right. I was like, wow. But he wasn't attracted to her.
No, and I guess
physically
because she's not white and blonde, that
I don't know. It kind of made itself. I don't know. It kind of made itself look real. I don't know, just superficial.
Well,
you know what I'm trying to say? Well, he has done that, but I'm just saying he just really made it. He gave himself a bad look.
He definitely did.
I mean, what else is it about her that what makes him so attractive opposed to her being so unattractive?
Mm-hmm. I think it's the only thing is his parents' money that makes him think.
Okay, well that's fine, but at the same time, his personality needs some work.
Yeah, it
does. Know what I'm saying? Shake, and I think he's been. I think he's been on social media, and I think they've been ripping him lately on social media, especially Deep's family. Mm-hmm. Because, I guess it was that constantly putting her down and making her feel like, she wasn't, up to par, or she wasn't on his standards or his status. And it's very unfortunate you do that today in today's world, make people belittle people so that you can be uplifted. Can't do that nowadays. You can't do that ever. You shouldn't have done that ever. But to do that on a national show, it was just very disappointing to see Shake treat Deep like that.
Right.
Because she did nothing but try to be transparent, and she really tried to go through the process. And through the process, she really tried to reveal and show who she was. But at the same time, I think Shake was not showing who his true self was. Because if he did, he would have ended this very early on in the game. He would not have led her on. And it's very unfortunate that he did.
Right. And you can see that Deep T does have her insecurities about that, because she in the very beginning, even like the first few episodes, she was like, I don't know how it's going to be with Shake because he's very shallow, and I don't know how he's going to feel about my looks. And I'm like, you're pretty, girl. You're gorgeous. What are you talking about? And I'm like, and to see that Shake was exactly how she feared he was, it was super disappointing to see. And then he go and talks about her to all these different people. I haven't had sex. I can't. She's like an aunt to me and all that. You so unnecessarily blabbering, like just running your mouth. Like I don't even think people were asking you questions like that. And you was just willingly, well, what should I do? And then Shane asked, was take 5 shots and cut the lights out. Like, this is somebody you're talking about that they're gonna have to see. You're gonna have to face them, and they're gonna watch this again. So it's like, can you be a little bit more choicey with your words? Like,
does anybody know the word tact?
No, it's like they just don't. Like, they just say whatever's on their mind at the time.
Like, if this is on my mind, I'm gonna let you know.
I was just saying,
no matter how I make you feel.
But I'm not gonna just say it to your face. I'm also say it to other people.
Exactly.
Know how I feel. Like, you don't have to get on social media and blast me. Like,
so what ended up happening? Did they make it down?
Well, they did go down the aisle. Ooh. They did go down the aisle.
Oh, they did.
It was nice though. I want to go to a Bali wedding, y'all, so freaking bad. Like, those look like the most exciting weddings.
And
like,
she was so pretty.
Yeah,
oh my! And he was handsome too in his Indian outfit.
Yeah,
and her in with her sari.
Yeah,
she looked beautiful.
Oh man, I love the jewelry.
They look
too.
awesome. Yes, the jewelry.
Yeah.
Everything. I even like the henna, the way they do the tattoos.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm just in love with all of it. So
it was nice.
Yeah, it was very
nice coming out, and there was a lot of people there. So Shake ended up saying yes to the proposal. He felt like, you know what, we can do this because Deep T's my best friend. So, and if anything, I'll cheat, right? Hey, if I can't have sex with her, I'll just go outside the marriage, right? Thank God. Deep T chose herself.
She did. She chose herself.
And chose not to be disrespected. Yes. She chose herself. You absolutely deserve to be chosen first. No one deserves to be chosen second. And no one deserves a man, a husband, a fiance that's going to go around talking to everyone about his deep-rooted issues.
Exactly. His deep-rooted issues. Meaning he needed some therapy. He needed to talk to a professional about his issues. But instead, he put him off on poor Deep.
Yeah.
And he talked about it.
It did. And made her, belittled her and made it feel like it was her fault.
Exactly.
He was a little condescending after she said, no, we're still gonna party, what is a celebration? I was kind of like, okay, I guess. His parents did not look happy at all.
No, they didn't. They didn't look happy.
Is our son ever gonna get married? Will you ever find someone?
Will I ever have a grandchild?
Exactly.
That's probably all they want.
Get the hell out. So that didn't work.
No, it didn't.
Yeah. So let's see who the next relationship, and did that one work? I think we're coming up on our final one here, guys. And if you have stuck with us this far, go ahead and hit that subscribe button to any new ones. Okay, please make sure you're liking, sharing, hit the bell notification so you know when we're on.
Hit like,
as she said.
And subscribe.
So final couple we have here, who actually final, but certainly the first one to get engaged. Danielle, geez. Danielle and Nick. They were the first ones to get engaged. I think he knew after like the second day, this is it.
Right.
They had some early on issues, like immediately off the bat. I think I saw some of those bigger issues play out at Cancun. So she didn't go to the reunion or the meetup with everyone. Right. She was feeling sick. So he comes home after gossiping with everyone and about everyone, about giving his personal opinions.
Yes, he did have a lot of opinions too.
On everyone's relationship.
He had a lot of opinions.
Nick, a lot. I'm like, I don't know if they planted you in here to talk, or you just took it upon yourself.
Production, if they had him going around as the mole, he did a great job. He was around there stirring up the pot everywhere. He was like, how do
you feel about this? And you would think everything in his relationship was perfect, by the way. He was kind of like just talking about everyone, not knowing that at home he had a whole serious situation brewing up. So he gets home all lovey-dovey, happy after a night of, gallivances, honking, He wants to come home to his beautiful fiance and tell her all about, what went down, what you missed, girl. Like, he's like the girlfriend, okay. So he's giving his spiel. Danielle, Natalie, she's listening. Danielle, not Natalie, excuse me. Danielle, she's listening. And then next thing, she kind of just goes off the hinge a little and talks about how she was in a closet for 3 hours alone, and you just left me and my mind was just going haywire. Right. And he's like, what the He's like, what is going on here? I don't understand. It's like, yeah. She definitely.
Oh my gosh,
needs to go back to therapy.
She was broke up about a couple of hours. He was gone.
I don't know what she thought he was doing.
I don't know what she thought either.
Or communicating with people. He didn't really,
I just think she wanted him to be there with her. Pretty much. That was it.
Okay. Well, I think she was a little bit jealous about somebody else he connected with in the pod that he went off with. And she got a little insecure about that and just got straight in her head about it. And kind of just ragged on him for that. And he was like, do you not trust me? She's like, nah, I just met you. And so he walks away. And that was just like kind of like the first of their issues, because they definitely had a lot more.
Yeah.
You could easily tell, like the cake tasting. I don't know how you go taste cake for your wedding and it ends in an argument. Like I it should be happy times, right.
but you got to understand, they're just meeting each other. He just seems to wear his emotions on his shoulders too. So to me, they're the same person. They're one and the same. So they get in arguments, and he tells her how toxic she is, and she needs to let this stuff go. And then he's the same person. He's very toxic himself. So I just think they're one and the same. So I think they're going to have to work their issues out. But hey, they may make it work. I mean, to be very honest, it may work. We're gonna see.
Maybe crazy and crazy together. Maybe they can figure out how to navigate each other's triggers and overcome them. I hope you're right, because they walked down the aisle, honey, and they both said yes.
Yes. I do.
They were full steam ahead with it.
Right, they was ready.
She looked the best. If I had all the bridesmaids, actually, Ayanna was very gorgeous too.
Yeah, her dress was pretty.
Yeah,
but Danielle looked beautiful.
Yeah, so I don't think she was gonna say no that day after dressing up and looking as nice and wonderful as she was.
She was beautiful.
You know, you can see some people put in effort.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Danielle, and then you have others, Mallory, that maybe didn't so much put in as much effort in their look, so you kind of knew which way the tables were gonna turn.
Mallory didn't look like she even put makeup.
No, her hair didn't look like it was. It's like, all right, okay.
Like she already had a little pre-warn.
Well, she told us, we don't really gotta get married.
Well, that's true, and he heard it too. So
yeah, he definitely heard it.
He made that dream come true for.
Yeah, he said, your wish is granted. Hey, you wanted it, you got it. So, guys, thank you for sticking with us. We are going to go watch the reunion tomorrow. We hope everyone else is going to watch it, because
we will be back.
Okay, we're going to be back.
We'll be back. See you tomorrow. Hit the subscribe and the like button and comment, please. And thank you all for being here with us tonight.